Do you start or do I start? Well, I start. So we are wearing matching t-shirts, which is weird and gross. And it also, let's pretend it means we are going to rant, but just a little. So, well, let's start by saying that some minutes ago, I saw that Venger updated people on the Good Samaritan drive-through issue. So what was the verdict, Miguel?
No way.
No,
They
it's
don't like
fascist.
it.
Yes, they like they like abortions, but not that much.
There are you can put politics on drive-through, but
the right type of politics.
Yeah. So you can say that I am a Nazi, that Venger is a Nazi, and that you shouldn't play their games. So there are many games that have those introductions, but
yeah, and that we don't want to talk too much about it because we don't want to give too much importance to that people, but at the same time it's very curious that something is happening on Itch.io. Itch.io. Apparently things happen on Itch.io, things they call jams.
It's an OSR jam organized by Monkeypaw something.
Yes, Monkeypox something.
Monkeypox.
Yeah,
Monkeypox. Okay.
A monkey poo, probably. But okay, so they have a disclaimer that actually says, I'm not going to say literally, but yes, literally says, what if I'm a Nazi?
You can't.
Yes, and that's okay.
You can buy, you can participate.
Yes, you can't participate in the jam if you're a Nazi. Yeah. If you're a Nazi, fuck off.
But okay, let's.
That's fair, but let's rewind.
If you are an elderly German who was once a member of the Nazi, no, that's not the question there. So who is a Nazi? We are Nazis.
They give an example. They talk about Venger. They say it's a Christian satanist, blah, 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 blah. Pundit, it's a white supremacist. And Grim Jim, that is a rape apologist. Yeah. And the three of them are Nazis.
No, not only them.
The people that like their game, that support them. So yes,
their neighbors.
Exactly. You may be a Nazi and you don't know. If you're watching this video, you are probably a Nazi.
You are definitely a Nazi.
Unless you will leave a comment calling us names.
Yes. So let's deconstruct, like to deconstruct. So let's do the same thing. Okay, so Venger is a satanist, Christian, whatever. That's bullshit. I don't know.
Why don't they just say that they don't like it because he's bald?
Perhaps, but they can't say that because that would be body shaming. Right? Yeah, no, it's probably not baldism. Maybe he just shaves his head because he likes it. I don't know. So he's a Nazi because things. Yes. So he's not. I still believe that he's not really conservative. Anyway, he writes about sex and nasty.
Yeah, things. So it can't be really.
He is kind of.
And a part of the conservatives said, "Oh, you shouldn't have write the Good Samaritan. That is too much." So the real conservatives. So
they don't like politics.
Venger is just Venger. Yeah. And then we have pundits. That's a lot. You can say if you want to say bad things about pundits. I guess you can, but he's not a Nazi. He's not a white supremacist.
So from an American perspective, he is a person of color, which you can't confuse with colored person because that's regressive and offensive. But people of color is a good thing in the progressive way.
If you're the right POC.
Yeah. So he's a person of color because he's half Hispanic or Latin.
Latinx, whatever.
Don't call him Latinx.
I'm using the term Latinx.
He's going to cancel us.
I think he knows that we're just joking, using the term Latinx as a joke.
So
at the same time,
it's called
Polish, right? And I remember, I think he told in the interview that we did about his grandfather.
Yeah.
Suffering with like a lot of people at the time with the fact they were invaded by Germans.
So that means that he may be half Jewish. I'm not sure. It could be.
Yeah, not everybody. Well, I guess some some Christian Polish also suffer.
Well, anyway, whatever.
It makes no difference.
From an American perspective, he's non-white anyway, so he can't be a white supremacist.
And then Grim Jim is a Nazi. And the racist.
Because he's
I'm not going to talk about the rape apology again because that was talked ad eternum.
But
a racist.
Let's just say He once wrote a fucking blog post, which was called, I think, In Defense of Rape, and he was planning to do several others in defense of murder, in defense of other
murder
things.
Is okay, not rape.
Probably, but I don't think he got to write that one because he was cancelled before. He wasn't defending rape or murder or whatever in real life. He was talking about that in fiction.
But words hurt.
Yeah. So that's why he's a Nazi.
Yeah, and then if you say, okay, you know, Avenger, Pandit, and Grim Jim, you're gonna put the three of them on the same bag. It's like putting three cats in a bag. Not a good idea. No.
Yeah, that thing
yeah, it's because of that. So they did a podcast, and for these imbeciles, if three people are talking with each other, of course they are all the same and have the same opinion.
And I think they still have a kind of cordial relationship, even though they are.
Yes, why not? But they don't. I think they don't agree on most things. They probably agree that they are not Nazis. At least each one of them
I think that's something they agree.
So how can you take three people that are so different and so the three of them are Nazis? And now let me explain to people, and I'm sorry if I'm being condescending, it's on purpose. Nazi doesn't mean person that doesn't agree with me, okay?
Yeah, I think so.
That's not what it means, right? Oh, Barbarella wants our boss is coming. She wants food. Okay.
You have to make this
short, or she will eat us.
So meanwhile, people started reporting about this because this is ridiculous.
It's important. And libel, slander, whatever you want to call, because they are mentioning them by name.
Yes, this is on itch.io, on
the page of a gem, whatever that's how that shit works.
I'm not sure what it's called, but it's an introduction for that particular gem. So there are rules probably. And then there's that announcement that Nazis can fuck off. There was no answer yet. So I'm assuming that there will be, because itch.io is fucking woke. So yeah, okay. No problem. I'm not thinking about publishing anything on itch.io so they can fuck themselves.
Yeah, somebody suggested the people should spam the jam with fascist content.
I'm not going to lose my time on that.
Yeah, me neither.
If they want, we can do some publicity anyway. So to fascist.
But actually, then they also made a tweet that I retweeted saying. One of the rules is they need to treat people nice and be empathic and blah, blah, blah.
Yes, of course. They are very empathic. They don't know the meaning of the word, but they love empathy. Okay, the boss is calling.
Yes, so she needs to eat.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Don't be fascists. Don't be
Nazis.